could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red,
I had everything prepared except for music. So the beginning of this will have no music until I get music. How's everyone doing? My goodness gracious. Where's the music? You think I would be prepared? I've actually had like the past 20 minutes I've been sitting around thinking, yeah, I did everything. I'm so good at this sort of stuff, man. I get it all ready, and then I can just relax for the last 20 minutes and wait for the darn stream to start. And then I get here and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot one thing. Like music, huh? Goodness gracious, where's our regular, like, here? Let's try some new tracks. Maybe they're good as the old ones. I every single live stream, almost every single live stream, we listen to one person on my my free music website that I subscribe to, and so we haven't listened to any of her newer tracks. So let's try one. Oh, and we're interrupted by a subscribe. Jeez Louise. Always with the subscribes. Thank you, Mason. All right, well, I tell you what. I'm going to start a new friends only room. Feel free to join in. We are going to the Congo River today. We're going to catch some fish. I have some rods. I have some saltwater rods, too. I thought that could be fun to catch some fish on saltwater rods as well. Yeah, just have some fun with it, you know? I'm looking forward to it. I am. Let's see. I'm going to put this live stream up here. Easier to see the chat when it's up here. Who do we got in the chat? I know we got Marks244. We got actually Sand or Sandy. Do I say the E or just say Sand? Selmo, Gregorian, King is here fishing with with O. Bit. Marks. Basin. Rainer. Basin is here. World of Cranks. Dragouts in the house. Yeah, you were gone for so long. We were worried sick about you, and then you show up out of nowhere, essentially. What's up with that? I tell you what. Well, this is a loud bird. We're gonna start over here. I can never remember whenever we go to the Congo what fish bite on which day. Like, this is almost like the tarpon days on blue crab, so maybe the Nile Perch do well. I don't even know. We're going to start by trying to catch some catfish though, so let's give that a try. I do have some bottom rods rigged up. Well, I got tilapia there. Let's do rotten liver. Why do I have that in there? I got all sorts of stuff in here, man. Mostly because I forget to put it out. You take it out. Yeah, I'll just throw some stuff. Buffalo kidneys. Got some small tilapia. Got some big. Is it good for the Nile Perch? All the big grind. Okay, CJ, I'm taking your word for it. We're gonna go after the Nile Perch then. That means I have to turn down my environment sound. Give me a moment to adjust my environment sound. I'll give you a reason why once we get to the waterfalls. Although, one thing I would love to do is actually find a good spot for Nile Perch away from the waterfalls. Because I do know they bite in other locations. But we just mainly fish for them near the water. It's like the go-to spot for Nile Perch. And I know there are other spots for them. And I even have an idea of where they could possibly be. I've just never really spent a lot of time to try them out. Maybe that spot. Maybe that spot right there is good for Nile Perch. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. After the bundle trial expired yesterday. No. Good luck, my guy. Thank you. Tuning into some biggins catching from Bow Bear on a stormy Perth morning. A stormy morning. Yeah, my goodness. Well, there was a deep spot there too. Maybe that was a good. Whoa! About to hit some rocks. Got some good spots for hippos. Man, CJ, what are we gonna do when they actually drop an Australia map? So if you all can hear the waterfall right now, to those of you who are not like veteran Congo River people, this is the waterfall environment sound. This is honestly, here, we gotta subscribe to. Bjorn's out there finding the ghost of Bjorn's found Fish Club boys. Thank you for the sub, Fish Club. This is honestly a note for Fishing Planet as well. I think it's just far too loud. This is the waterfall at 10%. Here, I'll put it at 10%. And maybe they're going for realism. Still hear that waterfall pretty good, right? It's coming through. Let me turn the waterfall all the way up. Maybe people who play this like on their own love this, but during a live stream, I'm thankful that there is a setting to change the environment sound. Goodness gracious. So if anything, you know, stay your crazy ways, Fishing Planet. I should just be thankful that you added an environment sound. All right, we are going to fish for small tilapia. I've got some electric rods. Throw that out. I don't remember if this is my number 6 or number 7. Let's throw. Should we try large minnows on this one? We got tilapia on the one. We'll do large minnows on this one. That's a 12-aught hook though. Not sure if we should try over there or over there. I don't actually mark any of my locations I've caught Nile Perch either. Oh, fantastic toss there, He-Nil. Well done there, bud. Obviously not my fault. I'm not the person in the game. What's up, Kagizo? Kagizo. Ooh, that sounds like Japanese there. I like it. I like how I take each rod and fish on the opposite side of the boat with them. Alright, so we got those out. I'm going to take this, and we're just going to see if we can catch something on the ribbed shad. This is an ocean spinning rod. It's actually a lighter ocean spinning rod, too. It's like what you catch, like barracuda and wahoo on. It's supposed to be like, no, I guess what you catch some of the smaller saltwater species on, essentially. Should have waited for it to go down to the bottom, but I'm bringing it back. Bringing it back early. Once you get it uni now with the lure, a flat spoon, or rib shad, I recommend going for some tigers. Ooh, okay. So I do have a flat spoon as well. I figured I would toss this rib shad a few times. And we do have match rods too. We could try match rods. But I'll let it go down to the bottom this time. An uni Goliath Tiger Day. That would be a good day. I'd be all about that. Alright, here we go. Bring it back at 1 speed. Dragging it across the bottom. When's the next Andrews? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, man. I should ask Andrew when he wants to come back. I haven't talked to Andrew in a good while, actually. I talk with V all the time. V is like their social media. Oh god, she's more than what I'm telling you she is. She's like their social media manager plus. She does all sorts of stuff. V's a superstar. But I talk to V all the time. I must talk to V like every single week, I bet. But I haven't talked with Andrew in a good while. So it's actually reeling this in on electric power. I'm not even doing anything till now, I guess. There's our first young Nile Perch, 79 pounds, smaller than those bull sharks we were catching in the Amazonian maze the other day. Oh, you can, huh? You can catch the Nile Perch way over there. Way by the boat ramp. Gosh dang, man. This left rod's throwing me off, man. I can't tell if it's because the boat's like shifting or whatever, but the line's like moving. I'm so surprised we haven't got a bite yet. Did you say something? I couldn't hear you over the waterfall. Exactly. If they drop an Australian map, I reckon do a stream with me on board via Discord audio seeker. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun to have an Australian person on the video, in the video, you know, as we play an Australian map. I think that would be on the nose, man. That'd be sweet. Oh, so close to the Congo, yet so far. You're level 72, nearly 73. Oh, man. Well, and I will say, like, the Congo River is a good spot to level up. At least it was back in the day. I haven't been here for a while. So, you know how there's kind of a weird section between, oh, say, like, Weeping Willows and Maroon River? There's, like, a whole bunch of, like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? You know, it's like, catch carp, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, catch a bunch of carp and just, if you want to break, go to blue crab, I guess. But just do your thing. You know? And then all of a sudden you're at Maroon River and you catch catfish. And it's like, what do I do now? It's like, just catch catfish, man. Just over and over again. Just catch catfish. Fishing kid. You did this last stream, and we did the same thing. Just say hi one time. I'll see it, bud. 168. Getting bigger. We're getting bigger. We're working our way up. Top notch. $19,000. That sent the boat forward a little bit. But yeah. Maroon River to Amazonian maze, then you're kind of in the same thing again. It's like, what do I do with the Amazonian maze? It's like, just catch arapaima, I guess. I don't know. Catch arapaima, catch bull shark, do whatever you want, man. It's your life. Just live it. Triera. Go catch a triera every now and then, just for funsies. But once you get to the Congo, life gets a little bit easier. And then once you get to Japan, gets even easier. Though I will say people go back and forth between the Congo and Japan. They're both kind of fun. You need to play the Hunter Call. And, you know, I saw that it's been 2 years since I played the Hunter Call of the Wild. So I am kind of looking forward to it. I will say I think if I start a beginner series, it's not going to be what everyone else sees from the Hunter Call of the Wild. I've been kind of, because I've been looking up videos to see what people are doing in the Hunter Call of the Wild over the past week or so. Like, I see what's out there. You know, it's a lot of, they're still doing the same things, I guess. They're still talking, oh, diamonds and great ones, and then also like, oh, this is the new predator bait feeder, it's crazy, you know, and all this sort of stuff. And you know, when one new thing comes out, then there's 20 new videos about this new thing that just came out. And that's exactly what I remember when I first started playing and making videos. Versus my beginner series when I start would literally be like, I haven't played this game in 2 years, and I'm not going to stress about diamonds, and I'm not going to stress about great ones, and we're just going to play the game and have fun. and that's going to be my beginner series. It's going to be me playing as a beginner after 2 years, essentially. So I am kind of looking forward to it in a way. Glad to see you, Mr. Bo. As all Aries Ray, it's good to see you as well, man. Good to see you. I was doing something with a channel cat the other day, and I thought of you. Pretty sure, anyway, if my memory serves me right. Lots of places to catch them, but only 1 or 2 great sites. I got you. Okay. Well, right now our bottom rods are doing a whole lot of nothing. What's up, Evening Star? How are you? Derek Malovich is in the house as well. W indeed. How are you, Derek? Mr. Dad in the making. Eh? Big news, big news. When is that gonna happen? So awkward. Once I have a kid, I'm sure I'll be better at talking about babies, but until then I just feel like a guy talking about dirt bikes. I don't know anything about dirt bikes, so I'd be like, yo, what's it like? Sick bike, bro. The tires look like they handle mud well. When do you go riding your dirt bike, right? That's kind of how I am talking about babies as well. So it's a small child. It's going to grow into a larger child. Like when is the child going to, when is it going to be a small child growing into a larger child? Great. Wow, look at those letters. Break. Thank you for the sub. Red tail catfish, there you go. Where do you think the first Australian map will be? I don't know. I think it will be a random location in Australia that sort of wraps up the entire continent as best as possible in one location. That's where I think it will be. Where do you think it should be is the better question. I personally hope it's the Timor Sea up north with access to order of bear money. I hope by then you can catch live bat. That would be cool. I agree, CJ. I agree. I think we're going to switch to the flat spin because the rib shad's not doing anything and our bait isn't doing anything either. Just a whole bunch of nothing going on right now. If I was to describe Bo as an animal, it would be cryptic, elusive, and you really don't know if he exists outside the virtual world or not. Shh. Where am I? You don't know. You never seen me in real life. And when you do see me, I'm like an alien, bro. Oh, whoa. You're like, whoa, are you Bo from Bo Angles? And I'm like, and I just run away, you know. Run is like a bit too eloquent. I scurry away like a jackalope. And I also make that noise as I scurry away. And I run away. That's a little tidbit about finding me in real life. Let's see. We're gonna switch it up. Do a flat spoon. It's always good to see. It's always good to see Lauren in the chat. Let's try some twitching, shall we? Let's twitch it up without using Twitch, the streaming software, since that never ends up being too fruitful. I must stream at a weird time for Twitch or something like that. It never ends up working out for me. So I'm just gonna Twitch and not even look at my screen. So I'm just gonna hope that it's working and I'm not looking at it. I'm reading the chat. Ocean will get very repetitive because no matter what new species get added, lots of species overlap in generally close area. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Philip. Level 61, you're trying to grind Alaska. What at Kenny Creek, is that right? I don't think so. You know, just do whatever makes you happy. There's obviously ways to level up, and then otherwise just play the game. Everyone, like, you always hear from someone at some point like, oh, I just wish I was the highest level so I can fish wherever I want. At some point, there's only like 4 or 5 maps that you're missing, and you can fish wherever you want. As a low-level player, like, you would be ecstatic about all the different locations you could fish at that point. But everyone just keeps thinking about, oh, the next place. Oh, if I could go to the Maldives, that would be the greatest. The Maldives isn't that much better than Kenny Creek. Like, in terms of excitement, like, if you were to say, do you want to fish at Kenny Creek or the Maldives? I would be like, I don't care. Flip a coin. It's the same to me. So, I don't know. Norway's a little different. It's different than the Maldives or Japan, but yeah. Did you eventually go to New Zealand? No, that's in a few weeks. In a few weeks. About midway through March. Let's try to stop and go, shall we? Oh, threw in a random Twitch there. Really isn't a whole lot going on. CJ, I'm starting to think maybe this isn't a good time for a Nile Perch. Let's switch the time to the evening. See if we can get anything there. Maybe the evening is better for a Nile Perch. How many mods do we have in the channel? I don't know. Maybe 6 to 8 or something. You know, as time goes on, we've been around for 7 years, you know. People get bored of the whole fishing thing, they leave. But you know, we still have some people. 2 months. 2 months away. Hot dang, man. Queensland Bay, see the Great Barrier Reef, or Moreton Bay, about Breby Island. Are these real places? Are you just making things up? If I was talking to someone from somewhere else, like, that's where I would be like, they'd be like, where do you think the next map in the United States should be? And I'd be like, oh, bro, let me tell you, the next map in the United States would be like somewhere between like Morristown and like Kinnickinnick Bay. Like, if you knew, like, between Morristown and Kinnickinnick Bay, like, that's really where you gotta be to be fishing. You'd have no idea. You'd have no idea that I just made up these names. Oh, bro. Shh. Well, if you could just somehow, like, also include, like, Novak Island and have, like, Skull Cove as part of that, like, that would really be an interesting place to add in for another American map. Like, no idea. I'm just making stuff up as I go. Indonesia. Ooh, yeah. You know, as a fun fact, Indonesia is like, it's like our 3rd or 4th highest as far as, like, bow angles, like, fans or whatever. Like, Indonesia is like 3rd or 4th or 5th or something like that. There's a lot of Bo Angles fans from Indonesia. It's amazing. So it's cool. Australia is up there too. We got a lot of. I think Australia is because like I stream at this time. I don't know. That or there's a lot of fishermen in Australia. Jeremy, also known as Jamie14. Thank you for the sub. So cool. I know. I only have 2 weeks though. My wife even asked me at one point, she's like, do you think we could spend 1 week in New Zealand and 1 week in Australia? And like everyone where I like brought that up to as a joke, they were like, bro, 2 weeks is too short for New Zealand. And it's certainly too short for Australia. You should just make one trip in New Zealand and do another 2 weeks in Australia. And I was like, all right, whatever. Sounds good. They should add a Hawaii map. That would be cool. Same thing goes. If I just add a bunch of like 112 pounds, if I just say a bunch of like short words, if we could just include like a Hawaii map around Analai, like Moana Mountain, and then like throw in like Atalai Island or something like that around like the cove of Noana. Not Moana, not to confuse you with the Disney movie. No, Noana. Another island in that chain. Fantastic areas for fishing. You're not bored? Well, that's good. Don't want to be bored, man. Why does it keep prompting us with this? I'm not even trying to move the boat. Big cast, pass the walk, pass the walk, pass the rock. I got to level 55 and don't want to grind to 63. What do you recommend, buying the Amazon pack or should I buy one of the ocean packs? I quite enjoy slowly gaining better gear. Yeah. I mean, if you enjoyed just getting better gear, like, slowly, like, maybe the Amazon pack. What I would, like, the hardest thing is that if you go to the Congo River pack, and say you just kind of fish it here and there and whatnot, and you level up enough to get to the Amazon River, or the Amazonian Maze, like, eventually in the Amazonian Maze, like, you're gonna get into the same thing, and you're gonna be like, well, should I buy a DLC to get to the Congo? So then maybe you'll buy a Congo, like the second Congo DLC, and get to the Amazonian and not get there. Well, then, like, you don't have any DLC left to get to the Congo, so then you have to go to the ocean. So then you buy an ocean DLC, and now you've made it to the Congo River. And you're like, well, now I need to work my way up to the Japan map. And it's like, well, I got the Maldives DLC, and I got the Norway DLC left. So I guess to get to Japan, I'll buy the Maldives DLC. And then maybe you get to Japan. And then it's like, well, boy, the grinding at Japan isn't too much different than all the other levels before. Now I need to get to the Maldives, so I guess I'll buy the Norway DLC so I can get to the Maldives. And now you're at the Maldives. And now there's no more DLC to buy. You can't buy any more DLCs to shoot up an experience quick. You just have to grind it. And so, like, I guess if you're always buying the next DLC, like, ahead of where you are, eventually you're going to run out. And you're not going to, like, get that short burst of levels up to the next location. I ran into that, trying to go from the Amazonian Maze to the Congo. I ran out of DLC, and then I was literally grinding away. Like everyone else, I guess. Hated it. my first playthrough, that's how it was. At that point, I was over the grind. I didn't want to do it anymore. Stream in the morning for you. After school tomorrow to finish the Scarland pack. Do you think I can go from 78 to 83? Oh god. I don't know. I don't know about that. Hi from Detroit. You're not too far away, are you? There we go. Hooked up. He's pulling out some line too. That's good. Hopefully decent sized fish. almost became a real place. To be honest, blue crab is fun, but kind of sucks to fully grind. Yeah. No, I tell people that all the time. You know, people ask me, like, what's your favorite map in Fishing Planet? And a lot of the times I tell them blue crab. Like, I love blue. It's just a fun location. It's fun to be out there in your boat. You can topwater fish for the tarpon. You can topwater fish for a lot of different fish. The snook and the permit and stuff like that. It's just a fun... Like, if you love topwater fishing and you love, like, Everglades because of the bass and stuff like that, but you want to catch something bigger, like, blue crab's awesome. It's awesome for that sort of stuff. Be a trophy. Dang. Another regular Nile Perch. Ugh. Just a bunch of regular stuff. Ew. Okay, you bottom rods are doing a whole bunch of nothing. What is the button to reel it in real quick? Can't remember. I don't remember. We're just going to reel it in real quick. Bass fishing too, a blue crab. I never got into the bass fishing and blue crab. Like, I've done a little bit of it here and there. I know a good spot for the big 3-barred peacock. That's about it. Never did a lot of it otherwise. I didn't know why once you come to blue crab, like if you can catch the same, almost the same bass species at Everglades, I don't know why you'd want to do a blue crab. It just didn't make any sense to me. Didn't make any sense to me. It's like if the Hunter Call of the Wild came out with another African map. I probably wouldn't spend the entire time hunting wildebeest and Cape buffalo and springbok because I can do that on the other African map. I want to focus on all the other species that I don't have. Let's try... Let's see, not that one. I do have some match rods we could try. Maybe if they're not biting on bottom rods, we'll throw some match rods. Just slice up. Throw that one, and we'll throw this one out there. Out yonder. I think we're going to try tigerfish the next day, if my memory serves me right. Let me look at the weather again. Look at the weather real quick. Nope, day 3 is tigerfish day. For some reason, remember the tigerfish day because it's like the sharks on the Amazonian maze. The small tigerfish, the African tigerfish fish, I believe they bite better on this smaller hump on the 3rd day. Yeah, that's all I got. Who's sending me an email this late at night? Meat Eater. Giannis's 6 things I learned on my first baited bear hunt. Why are you sending me email 8 o'clock at night? Crazy guys. One of us. One of us. Cat Plays Tuba is here as well. My God, this is crazy. A massive frying pan here. Best advice in the game. It answers every question. Cat is here. Cat is here. But I have the most fun when I bought DLC and started trying to just collect everything, including doing all the missions. There you go. Actually, the next beginner series, I'm going to not only, like, in the past, or with the second beginner series, it was more about just, like, progressing forward. Like, we're going to go from this map to the next map, to the next map, to this, and on this next series, I'm going to try more of completing the missions. And I'm also going to try and catch, like, all the fish at the area as best as I can. I obviously don't want to waste a lot of money, because there is always that whole thing in the very beginning of Fishing Planet. But yeah. I do want to complete more for a new player to experience more at those stages, I guess. So, completing those exploration missions. Oh, we had a... it's because I don't have any bells on these freaking rods. Alright, great. So we had a bite, but I didn't see it because I wasn't looking at the rod tips. Stupid! But yeah, so I'm excited about that. Oh, there we go. He's taking some line out. Well, this video got it for me, and I'm really happy, and I caught a trophy mahi mahi. Dang, very nice. Trophy mahi. Such a pretty fish, right? Get after some of the tuna and the marlin and stuff like that. Oh, that's some good money in XP there, man. How's the fishing today? It's going, dude. We're catching some fish here and there. Now that we switched to match rods, I can't see anything. This guy's shaking his head quite a bit more than the past ones. Hopefully he's at least a trophy. We got a big old noggin on him too. I like it. Don't be a regular adult. That would be boring. No one wants to see a regular adult Nile Perch at this point in the stream, okay? So just cooperate with me. Yay! We at least got a trophy now, Perch. Nice. We did it. We caught a decent fish. 285 pounds, $40,000, 17,000 XP. I like it. Oh, and a fish on. If we can switch to that rod in time. Nope, because he knows too slow. And Fishing Planet hates us. Of course. That's it. I'm done with this area. We're gonna go catch some freaking tigerfish. Blue crab gets extended into the ocean someday. That would be cool. They go back to a previous map and add in ocean area. Just don't worry about fixing the bugs. Ooh. I'm not sure I experience too many bugs. Every once in a while, it seems like they like with the bull shark, you know. I don't think they need an entire testing area just to fix the bull shark bite rate or whatever. They obviously messed with something and then messed up the bite rate of the bull shark somehow. All right, we're gonna skip this nonsense. I can't remember if tigerfish bite decent on this day or not. We're gonna try it though. Let's see. We're gonna switch some things up for the tigerfish. Tiger. What lures do they bite on? I guess I do have. We have some I could try. Let's try match rods. That's not what I wanted. A greater kudu. Greater kudu would be cool. I kind of forgot that they didn't have a greater kudu. It's so funny that we have talked, like, I say we because, like, since I played years ago, after, like, the Virhonga Savannah came out, like, every single survey that came out, I said I want another African map. I want another African map. What do you want? Another African map. Okay. What about Alaska? It's not what I asked for, but okay. Sure, Alaska. Alright, cool. So what do you want now? I want an African map. So, Finland? No, didn't ask for Finland or Sweden or whatever it is. I asked for another African map. Oh, okay. Cool. So, India. No, didn't ask for India. I want another African map, please. I want greater kudu. I want eland. I want some big African critters. Sick. Alright, well, what about Scotland? Is Scotland cool? No, didn't ask for Scotland either. For 5 years now, we've been asking for another Alaskan or freaking African map. It's like, it's ridiculous. I feel like a broken record. So, just another reason why we switched to just playing fishing games. Got tired of that stuff. Let's see if we can snag a African tigerfish while we're here. Never fished this map. Oh! Ooh, I like that. This is actually my maxed out bull shark match rod I put together. I was gonna make a video about it because I literally dialed this rod in. It is dialed, like when you see the line tension, you will see it gets as high as possible. Like it is within a pound of maxing out the drag. It is so dang close. I was honestly impressed with myself that I managed to do it. So I was going to make a video about how this match rod is probably the best match rod in the game. Because there's no ocean match rod, so this is the best match rod. Maybe I will still. Who knows? Can we juggle, or can we just get this fish in? What do we got? What do we got? Trophy Goliath. Switch, now switch. Nice. We did it. Don't blame Henil. He's doing his best. Unlocked Congo, and I haven't gone there because I've been having so much fun in Norway. There you go. Yep, that's what happens, man. Both of those fish have good money and XP for an easy fight, yeah. What's up, lucky fisherman? Only 31 likes out of 9,708 people watching now, actually. Back in the day, we used to have a timer. You remember the timer? Anyone remember the timer? We used to have a timer that popped up when we hit 100 viewers, and if if we didn't hit 100 likes before the timer ran out, we would end the stream. A lot of the times I was nice about it. Obviously, we didn't end the stream because I wanted to keep playing the game and streaming, but there were certainly once or twice where I was in a bad mood to begin with, and I just ended the stream. I was like, you know what? We have 120 people watching right now, and we can't get 100 likes. That's it. It's over. And I just closed the stream. I was over it. But no, we don't do that anymore. It's too stressful. Can you help me? Anyone? I'm trying to catch me some big eye tuna, yellowfin tuna, or on Japan. Can you help me and fish my username? So, I mean, no, I would say that we got plenty of videos for you to do that, bro. I mean, look up on our channel. We got so many videos about fishing, trolling, live streams, all sorts of stuff where we troll for fish. We got trolling videos where we catch tuna. Like, you don't need one-on-one help. You just need to watch a video. Like, it's right there, man. Here's another US map. That's right. Have you ever thought about what is it, Mississippi? What is the Mississippi map with the alligators? Is that Mississippi? I can't remember. Nightbot has been dead for years. I know. I even logged into Nightbot the other day and just to see if it was still working, and unfortunately it didn't work. I don't know what to tell you. You want the Great Barrier Reef? Flower of Scotland. As a very frequent Call of Wild player, I enjoy every map they put out, but I do not understand why they don't put out African 2.0. I don't know, man. It's literally been years. You use any DLC or grind? I have all the DLCs. I mean, whenever a DLC comes out, Fishing Planet gives it to me like 2 weeks before and make a bunch of videos with it. It's at the point now where, like, when a new DLC comes out, like, I just have them raise me to the highest level so that I can play the DLC and show the DLC. I'm just an advertisement at this point. To be truthful, to be completely truthful, like, I'm not going to spend all the time to go through it. And I should be really thankful that Fishing Planet is willing to do that for me, but I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Is love to see that, Bo, you have the bass caster as best in the game. It would be nice to see other rods like the match, maybe. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and truthfully, I mean, it is. It is the best. I truthfully believe it is the best match rod in the game because there is no better match rod. Like, it's the last rod in the store. I wish I could turn these off. You would think if you turn tutorials off, where's the tutorial things? Hints. You would think if you turn that off, these things at the top where it says you cannot use the trolling engine while using rod holders, you would think that would be included as a tutorial. Because, yeah, I mean, if I'm trying to use a trolling engine and I have rod holders like in use, like I understand. I'm not stupid. But the fact that this has been going on for so long because we hit a button. Like, we haven't even been in the boat for the past 10 minutes. It's still prompting us this message. Because you don't always have people fish with you. Yeah, fishing together in one boat is frustrating. I enjoy different places in Norway and stuff like that where you can just kind of jig up and down in one location. It makes it a little bit easier than the trolling spots. Because when you're trolling with multiple people and one person gets into one big fish and it's pulling you out to 600 feet or whatever, and it's like, slow the boat down, slow the boat, and now everyone else is stuck there waiting for the one person to catch a fish. It's like, this is not fun. We're fishing together and I hate it. It's how I feel every time anyway. The right size hook. Right size hook. I would say start at a 7 and work your way up. But I'm sure if you watch the videos, you'll see which size hook to catch which size fish and whatnot. It's a very small Goliath, it looks like. 41-pound Goliath. Still prompting us with this message. That's right. I hit the mute button before I sneezed. I saved you all. You're welcome. You probably all would have got sick from my germs just hearing my sneeze, and I saved you. That's the sort of caring stuff you get at the Bow Angles channel. Nepal. Ooh. I would like ice fishing, spear fishing, or fly fishing. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking for ice fishing for a long time. I'm not necessarily sure how much you would add to the game. Same with fly fishing. It's like a ton of work. There he goes. It's a ton of work and not really that much payoff. Like if I were to tell you like, yeah, we're adding fly fishing to the game, and you're like, and you finally cast it, and you're like waiting for a bite, and meanwhile the guy next to you like cast it, and he's like reeling in, and he catches a salmon, and then he like catches out a second time, and you're still waiting and watching your fly just slowly drift down the stream, and then he catches another salmon, and you're like, holy crap, this fly fishing is taking forever. Why am I doing this? It makes you wonder why they even added it into the game. For as much work as it is to figure out the whole casting thing. Sometimes I wonder if people like realize the physics that they have put into this game. Like, I realized this the other day. If I hold one of these rods, I'm not even sure if you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay, you see that? See that float out there? I can't zoom in any further, so I'm just hoping you do see it. So the line is actually underneath the water. Like, that's how those waggler floats work. The line is connected, and it's like 5 or however big the waggler is. It's like 5 or 6 inches underneath the water. If I'm to reel in this like waggler or whatever, the waggler will actually pull down underwater. because that's how it works. You know, if you were to get a bite or something, the waggler will go down. Same with the line. If I were to reel this line in, that entire waggler will submerge underwater. And it's a crazy. It's too far out. But if it's closer to me and I reel down, like the waggler will go underwater. It's a crazy like physics thing. The physics that they have in Fishing Planet is just mind blowing. When I didn't realize it until I was the fishing for the bull shark, and that's when I noticed like I could reel in and the whole waggler will pull underwater because the line and the physics of it are pulling the waggler underwater. It's like hard to describe, and when I tried to show you, it didn't work, so it didn't do anything anyway. Yeah, it didn't work. Still not working, but yeah. You can still see how it pulled out the bottom from underneath it, you know, first. It's just a cool thing. The amount of detail they put into the physics in Fishing Planet is just fun. So yeah, imagine how much work it would be to put in fly fishing. Is where I was going with that entire conversation. Let's see, what can we throw on here? Eh? Should we try a medium spoon? You could throw on a blade spinner. Let's just try this thing. What the heck was that boat? Need bait runner reels in the game. It would be cool. I use a bait runner reel in real life a lot. Are they? It's a bug that's just pressed on since Norway. Oh, it's cast onto the ground and it'll interrupt it, eh? Okay. What's up with me, big bro? Nothing. I'm just finding things to talk about, otherwise I get boring. Alright. Did it work? Hey! Drag you out with the save! Well done, man. Oh! I heard a beep. When am I going to Guyana to catch the Arapaima? We're gonna go in September. So we got a good while, Francisco. Got a good while, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. I'm gonna go on this New Zealand trip, and then after I get back, I'm gonna be in like full preparation mode, getting everything, the last little things I need for our trip to go. I'm really excited to head back there. Now that I have kind of an idea of like everything I need to do, I'm excited about it. It's gonna be great. Let's change up our spot. How about? How about? Hey, bro. Yo. What's up, bro? What's up, homie? Actually, let's try catching some catfish real quick. I think we can catch some catfish real quick. A map in Greece. Ooh. We do have some people in the Mediterranean Sea area that post some pictures and stuff on the Discord every once in a while. And it does look pretty cool. I love how they catch stuff and then they grill it on the boat and then they eat it. I think that's cool. I wouldn't mind catching an octopus or something and cooking it up on the boat. Does the Bo Angles halftime show? It does, but it's old. Does it still exist? It does exist in the fact that it's still the same hashtag. I have not made a new halftime show, and I don't know how long. Years, really. So yeah, I do have one. Perch Bully today because of your videos. Right on, Jenna. Glad to hear it. Bring back the halftime show. I do need to make a new one. It would be cool. Did you know that our Amazon vid on the MDO has over 500,000 views? That is 500,000 views. You see the big time YouTubers with their million view videos and whatnot? Yeah, I got half of that on the MDO channel. So our video fishing in the Amazon. 500,000 views, man. That's crazy. It's a fan favorite. It's a fan favorite. That's why I gotta go back. Gotta go back to the Amazon, make more videos. That's why we're going back in September. Well, that, and I'm excited to see everyone. A lot of cool people over there. Why there is no Shimano brands in fishing? You know, they don't have any real brands on Fishing Planet. Every single brand is made up. It's funny because I actually thought some of the brands were real. Magfin. I could have swore Magfin was a real brand in real life. It's not. It's all fake. River Tex, it's fake. I mean, Cap and Hooks looks fake. Sounds fake. But yeah, Magfin at least I thought must be real. It's not. It's funny stuff. Well, the longer I'm sitting here waiting for a catfish bite, the more I'm thinking maybe this is not a good catfish day. I'm giving up on the catfish. We're gonna move on. What's the biggest fish in the game? I'm gonna go with the Greenland shark. I think there is a special kind of Greenland shark that's the biggest in this game right now. Thank you for the sub. Mine is a unique swordfish though. 1,100 pounds. It's not even that big. But yeah, trophy black marlin. There's a unique black marlin as well. That is pretty big. There's the Greenland shark. It's not even a unique Greenland shark or anything. That's 699 pounds, so it gets a lot bigger than that. There's the butcher shark. That's a fun one. Which I believe is a tiger shark. Only tiger shark in the game. Yeah, there's some fun fish. Fun fish. Just starting the oh boy, you're in for a treat. Find a good show. If you've never watched like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones would probably be better. By the time you finish Game of Thrones, you'll probably be finished with the sturgeon grind. So just like watch Game of Thrones on a second screen and continue you know, doing the sturgeon grind. If you are a child and you're worried about nudity or like grotesque, like morbid scenes, don't worry. There's none of that in Game of Thrones. It is practically PG. So don't make a big deal about that. Just do your best this time not to snap the wine again. Yeah. I probably will. And if I do, I'm going to make it the very beginning of the video. That way I start out and I go, not again. I stare at the camera, not again. And then I play like a comical wah, wah, sort of like sound effect or something like that. Wouldn't that be a great way to start the video? I think the whole thing's just like a comedy, like back in the Amazon, breaking line. It's driving you crazy. It's so itchy, and you swear you're not gonna pick your nose. You just pick away. There you go. The only person in your life probably that's ever supported you in your nose picking efforts. You're welcome. Yeah, avoid chatting. Avoid chatting bad. Oh, thank you, Hookem. All right, let's see if we can get some fish here. Whoa. There's greater kudu and common eeling if you need that scratch itched. You know, let's see. I'm trying to think. I have shot a 5-star kudu in the Way of the Hunter back when I was playing that. I think it wasn't even in the video. But yeah, I haven't played that in a while. And I even recorded. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to show you it while I wait for a bite. I'm pretty sure I have it still. This is my unedited. See if I can find it here. Oh, we're getting a bite. Wow. So that little blip, I don't know if you all experienced a little blip there, but that was my new hard drive. It takes about 5 seconds if I haven't used it in a while. It takes about 5 seconds to go, oh, I'm supposed to be working. I posted a good while back that I bought a new hard drive and it's like 16 gigabytes, but it's an external hard drive. Like a big one that has like a fan and everything like that. It's like a freaking book. This thing, it sits over here, and it, if I ever engage that hard drive, it takes like 5 to 10 seconds to boot it up and get it ready. So you all experienced a little blip there. It was because my computer was getting it ready. All right, so let's see here. See if I can find it. Yeah, check this bad stuff out, man. Like the good old days, eh? Of course, he had to walk right into a bush, so I couldn't see it anymore. Then I hit the pause button and had to walk forward a little bit more. A little bit further back, but we got him. Sorry, taking a break. Gotta reel this fish in. It's putting up a bit of a fight. Grinding up to level 83 at the Congo. Just tigerfish. Lots of tigerfish, lots of Nile Perch. Just go back and forth. Nile Perch would probably be a better bet, but you know, just catch it all. Catch it all. Have fun with it. Is this video delayed with the audio? It could be. I have no idea. I'm just showing it. I don't know if it is or not. Here, we'll go forward a bit since it's not edited. Oh yeah, got the old Jeep in Way of the Hunter. Gotta get my picture with it, of course. Gotta get some for the thumbnail, you know. Oh yeah, that's gonna get people to click on it. Boom, right into the rib. Right into the rib. That right there. It's a 5-star wildebeest. Impressive, eh? I've impressed you all, I know. Did I show me taxidermizing it or anything? Nope, I didn't. So that was it. That's my whole video. Shooting 5-star wildebeest. You're welcome. Never before seen. You all just saw something that was never before seen. How lucky. Game, the dev has blocked out a constructive criticism, negative experience, or am I imagining that? I have no idea. I think, I honestly think that the people, this is an entire conspiracy that could probably be, like, easily broken up if you actually looked at the development teams that made both. But in my head, what I figure is that the people who made Ultimate Hunting, or not Ultimate Hunting, but Hunting Simulator, remember those horrible Hunting Simulator games back in the day? I think they teamed up with people that used to make Cabela's games and made Way of the Hunter. It's still sort of a crappy hunting simulator game, but it's a little bit better. It's a little bit more like the Cabela's hunting games. There we go. 54-pounder this time, $11,000 for 4,100 XP. Ooh, we got another one on too. And so yeah. First hunting simulator that came out, it was just hunting stuff. Second hunting simulator that came out, it was the same hunting stuff, but it had a dog. What happened with Way of the Hunter? You got hunting stuff. It's a little bit better, though, because it's with the team that made some of the Cabela's games, so, you know, it's a little bit better. They made some DLCs and stuff. It sold a little bit more. Second Way of the Hunter comes out. Oh! All the same stuff as before, but with the dog. I'm telling you, it's just too close to the original formula to not be the case. It's gotta be. That's my conspiracy. That's my Way of the Hunter conspiracy. Red Dead Reptember. Oh, Twitch clip. Yeah, try it. Angler Call a Wild. Bruh. We were there years ago before the Angler had even come out. Yeah. Wow. And you flipped around 180? Should be in the Olympics. Backflipping and whatnot. Boat acrobatics. Yeah. I mean, we were part of the original group of content creators that first played the Angler. You know, like if you look up Call of the Wild the Angler and you find a video that's like Call of the Wild the Angler, a lesson in missed potential or missed opportunity or something like that. Like it's like a 18-minute long video about me talking about how good the Angler could have been, but just never became. So yes, I have played Call of the Wild, the Angler. Which is better, Way of the Hunter or Call of the Wild? The Hunter Call of the Wild will always be better. It has the cult presence. The only thing I think that could possibly beat the Hunter Call of the Wild would be if they brought back Classic in a renewed sense. If they brought back a modern version of the Hunter Classic, I think it would do. I think it would do better. Like, here's what would happen. You'd have people that are like going to be drawn to it, content creators and whatnot. Will start playing the Hunter Classic Modern or whatever, the new one. And then you'd have the more casual players go on there, and they'd be like, well, it's too hard. I can't... The Hunter Call of the Wild is a lot easier. And it would be like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, if it's too hard for you, then just play the Hunter Call of the Wild. But the thing is that all the content creators will continue playing the new classic version that's harder. And so it will become the new regular. Well, if you're not good enough, then yeah, go play the crappy Hunter Call of the Wild, where it's easier for people who can't handle the good hunting game. And eventually, like, it will just become the better game. Because where did the Hunter Call of the Wild lose me? It was when it became like a super grind fest for great ones and stuff like that. Once it became a grind fest for great ones and you're shooting hundreds of animals to like spawn a specific animal, I lost interest in the game. And with the Hunter Classic, that was not an option. It was a different map full of animals every time you logged into the game. You could hunt an area and log out and then log back in, and the area would be completely wiped and have different animals. And I mean, I think that's more realistic in a lot of ways. I mean, unless you're someone who owns land and like has a bunch of cameras on your land that you own, and you see like the same deer all year long that just live on that land. Those are the people who could relate better with the Hunter Call of the Wild. But if you're just a public land hunter or someone who travels places and like hunts a place for like a week and then goes away, those people are going to get along with, or even just casual people like me. Like, we had family land where we hunted, but we wouldn't pay attention to it all year long, and then deer season would come along and we'd go out there and hunt there every weekend for a season or whatever. And then that was it. It was over. And it was like, whatever was there, we hunted, and whatever wasn't there, it obviously lived on. And that's what the Hunter Classic is more like. It was just a random box of chocolates every time you logged into the game. I've been talking for so long without reading the chat that now your comments are completely, like, I don't even remember what we were talking about when you originally typed them, and I'm sorry. Most clickbait YouTuber I've ever seen. I cannot remember what we were talking about when you posted that, and I'm completely lost. And then Kat says, I like that headcanon bow. That is a fun take. I have no idea what that's in relation to. And I'm completely lost. What could have saved the angler? If they would have fixed all the motion stuff. Like, they literally just didn't plan ahead. Like, it was literally like, hey, can you cast and then move your character after you cast? Oh, we didn't build the engine to support that, so no, you can't do that. Oh, okay. Well, can you, like, can you cast a rod and put it down and then, like, cast another rod and fish with multiple rods? You know, like real life? No, we didn't build the engine to support that. Okay. So could you like build a boat that like has a depth finder so that I can see where the fish are and fish at that depth? No, we didn't build the engine to support that. It's like, oh my god, like bro, these were like, just like, if I'm out on a boat, like how do I know what depth to fish at? Like, I'm just supposed to guess? I'm sitting down over an 80-foot pit of water and I'm just supposed to just go up. My line just keeps going out. I guess I'll just sit here and wait until it just goes all the way to the bottom, and then I'll just see what happens. Like, it was just an asinine way to build a game. Like, they just didn't have any idea of what they were doing, and they just like freaking Game of Thrones did, or like Stranger Things did together. They were like, oh yeah, First season's great. Third season, you know, we're pretty good. We're making up stuff, but people still seem to be happy. And then you get to the last season, you're like, oh, we got to wrap this stuff up. And then everyone's like, wow, I don't think you guys had a plan. I don't think you guys knew how to end this thing. It's like, no, they didn't. They didn't plan for that. They didn't know what they were doing, except with the Call of the Wild the Angler. They didn't have that excuse because those were all features in current fishing games. They just never took the time to see what was going on in other fishing games and plan for it. And it's so frustrating. All they would have had to do is have one person on their team that's played Fishing Planet and would have taken notes to know what things to add in their game. And then they wouldn't have fallen into these pitfalls of just like, oh, well, we forgot to do that. And it's like, that's such a stupid excuse. It was just, there were so many times in the Call of the Wild the Angler where it was just like, oh, we just didn't think about that. I don't know. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Let's put out another video of us fishing out. I'm going to sit in a chair and hold a fishing rod and we're going to make a video about how much we planned this fishing game. See, can't you tell we were planning this fishing game because we were sitting in this chair holding a fishing rod in this video? Yeah, we were all out here learning how to fish. It's like, no, you weren't. This was like a glorified photo shoot where you all just sat out here with freaking rods and then you just made it seem like you had planned something when you didn't. I don't have any, like, hate towards these people, obviously. Let me see my map. Alright, so we got Trophy Combat Catfish there. I know we got a bunch of different stuff over here. This is kind of what I want to go sit on this spot. Let's go sit on this spot. This is my spot, by the way. Anyone fishing in this spot over here, this is a thing because of me. I completely found this spot. This was all me. All me, baby. I have no idea if that's true. I just remember in one live stream I decided to stop right here and fish. I don't know why I did, but I did. Here, I'm gonna go sit over here so I'm not in your way. Copyright bow angles. That's right. Bozo. Alright, so let's see here. We got sharp-toothed catfish and we got Bundu catfish. Okay, so they're both on large minnows though, so that's a good sign. Let's just toss these with large minnows. Excuse me. That one's already got a large minnow one. Toss that one out. Throw a anchor down. Do they call it the bow zone? That's exactly what they call it. Copyright, bow zone. Call of the Wild saw how many people wanted a fishing game, said, let me capitalize and dip out. Feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? I mean, darn thing is that they created that game, and from the very beginning, like, half the people... Here, let me say this. From the very beginning of Call of the Wild the Angler, it was separated into roughly thirds. A third of people were like, yes, finally. Hunt your Call of the Wild. I love that hunting game. Now we got a fishing game. I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to get into this fishing game and watch it grow like the Hunter Call of the Wild. That was a third of people. A third of, the other third, second third, were basically like, I'm cautious about this. If it ends up being okay, I'll play it. but you know, I'm gonna wait. So far, things are looking kind of shaky, so I'm gonna wait until I know it's good. Makes sense. I get it. The third never wanted to play it. Never. They from day 1 to day 600, 700, whatever you want to say, 900. They stuck to their guns that it should have been part of the hunting game. This should have never been its own game. You should have just added this as a DLC into the Hunter Call of the Wild. And it doesn't matter how good of a game that fishing game was, they were never gonna play it. And it's like Fishing Planet, or the people behind the Hunter Call of the Wild, Expansive Worlds. It's like they never realized how stubborn those people were gonna be. And so like they got all their content creators to make videos about it. You know, they got Flinter out there playing a fishing game, and people were watching this video, and they're like, oh yeah, maybe it's good, maybe it's good. Well, it wasn't good. And they expected everyone from the Hunter Call of the Wild to flock to Call of the Wild the Angler. And it just never happened. Never happened, and they eventually closed up shop. At least the South American or one Australian. I mean, it would have been cool. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was surprised when they put out the Norway map and didn't have any ocean fishing. I thought that that would have given them a real, like, head start on Fishing Planet, is if they put out the Norway map and had some ocean fishing in it. Because at the time, Fishing Planet didn't have any ocean fishing. Trophy Combat now, that's a good size one. 172 pounds. That's bigger than some of the Nile Perch we were catching. $15,500 and 5,400 XP. That's pretty darn good, man. The Voodoo Cafe. I agree. They are cool. You think it was just a money grab? I genuinely think that they wanted to make it a full-time game. They just didn't receive the amount of attention they thought they were going to get. They're just Sharptooth. Boy, by the size of that head, I would have thought it was a pretty good size one, but it's really only 54 pounds. That's crazy. You're being dragged around there, Fax. Seems to like him too much. Really? This was actually a, we did a crossword years ago. I did a crossword puzzle and was like, you know, the 5 winners of the crossword puzzle will get a bow angle. So at the time it was a BZ Hub t-shirt. And the only people who complete the crossword were moderators. So I just pretty much gave all 5 of our moderators at the time t-shirts. I guess because they were the only ones that actually put forth the effort. If anyone else would have tried to do it, Veronica, thanks for this up. If anyone else would have tried to do the crossword, they probably would have had a pretty decent chance of actually getting a t-shirt. But no one did. It was crazy. But yeah, one of the questions on the crossword was, what is Bo's favorite Pokemon? So that's funny that you asked that. DJ. The answer is Gengar. Gengar's my favorite. It's been my favorite for years. Years! Since pre-2012. Can't remember beyond that when I would have decided. But at least back in high school, I would have finally come to the decision. What do you think Fishing Planet should release next? Instead of a new map, I would like them to improve on the content already released. Yeah. No, I agree. I've expressed my I don't know if concern's the right word for it, but yeah, I think they should reinvest some interest on the beginning levels of the game. I think they should balance out at least when I've talked to some of the devs about the game, they've expressed to me how, you know, it's like, let me put it this way. Now I'm going to go on a long rant again. When you play World of Warcraft and you're in a specific area, right? And you have 5 quests. Well, World of Warcraft, Blizzard, actually put forth the time to think, okay, if they complete those 5 quests, and for simplicity's sake, for each of those 5 quests, they need to get 5 eyeballs from trolls. And to get those 5 eyeballs, they need to kill 10 trolls. So they're gonna need to kill 50 trolls for 5 quests for 5 eyeballs each. So they will, like Blizzard, they figured into the leveling, if they need to level up 2 times to go on to the next area, they figured the XP that you get from those 5 quests, plus the XP that you get from 50 trolls, and then that will get you pretty darn close to leveling up 2 times. Like, it may miss by a little bit, you know, you may only get out of all the bricks or whatever to level up, you may miss it by a little bit, you might have to do something extra to get to those 2 levels, or maybe you move on to the next area and it's a little tight for a second, you know. You get attacked by 2 enemies, then you might die, you know, because it's really close until you complete a quest or you kill enough of those monsters in the new area to level up, and then things are a little bit easier. Fishing Planet, it seems, never put forth the effort to do that. They never, like, sat down and were like, well, the quests that we gave them at Lone Star and Mudwater, if they complete those quests and the fish that they need to catch to do those quests, will it level them up enough to go on to the next area? Like, they never thought about that. They just thought, oh, well, people are going to play a fishing game, they're going to catch fish, and, yeah, we'll throw in some quests just so that they have something to do while they're there. And eventually they'll level up. At some point. And that was like their whole like game plan for, you know, map after map after map. And you have to think at one point, like 54 was the highest it went, Blue Crab Island. And it's like, yeah, I mean, just fishing for fish is kind of fun until like level 36. And then it's kind of repetitive, and the quests no longer support your leveling, and you're just catching the same fish over and over to like be the most efficient to level up. And so you know, I guess as game players, we like saw it as like, oh, this is just what you have to do to level up to make it to the next area of the game. But like, they never intended that. They never intended us to sit and fish for pike at St. Croix for 12 levels or whatever to make it to San Joaquin to fish for sturgeon for another 10 levels or whatever. I'm hiding behind this tree now. No one look at me. Mark, thanks for the sub. So yeah, I'm really hoping that they go back to those beginning levels and put in a little bit more thought. Throw in a few more quests, throw in a few more this and that, and kind of balance it out to build people up and everything. Like, and like I've said before, like, I think they should do a membership. I think they should, like, they have premium now and it's $60 a year, but just make it $5 a month. I feel like people, like, as stupid as it seems, I feel like people would do $5 a month more than they would shell out $60 for an entire year. Maybe that worked back in the day when Xbox Live was a quick $60 for an entire year of Xbox Live, but these days subscriptions are so normal. I feel like they just need to do that. If you paid $5 a month and actually leveled up substantially so that you moved on to new locations frequently, and you weren't constantly going, what fish do I fish for at level X? What fish do I fish for at level 63? Like, you just continually leveled up and you did more quests and you leveled up some more and you made it to the next area. Like, I feel like people would be fine paying a $5 fee every month if they actually felt like it was doing something for them. What are we even doing anymore? What time is it? Let's go back. Let's go back. Zoom. Do you play RuneScape or Fortnite anymore? I don't play Fortnite. I used to play RuneScape way back in the day, but I don't anymore. And in fact, I was going to do a video playing RuneScape, and I kind of gave up on the idea. But yeah. Party with Bo for 6 years, and he just messages you one day and says, hey, you're a mod. That's right. That's how it went. He just did it and was like, yeah, you've been here long enough. Yeah, cat's pretty cool, I guess. I guess we'll keep her. Say randomness, Bo messaged me one day, said, do you want to join the crew? I've been mates for quite a while. Yeah, CJ was one of those guys where, like, everything he did was just... You know how you just have, like, a kid in school and you're just like... Your personality is kind of like an adult more than a kid. Like, you just kind of do things different. And CJ always gave me that vibe. I was like, you know what? I think I trust you enough to be a mod. Back in the day, it was a huge mood killer for me. It was worth buying the Amazon Maze pack. There you go. Yeah, see? You can go back and add some more endemic fish. Blackfish, Guadalupe bass. They got options. They got options. Be cool. I think it would be cool to go back and add in unique fish. You know, add in special lures to go back and fish from. I know I've said this before, so I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think it would be cool. 152,000 there. Add in, you know, a level 50 or something like that. You unlock some big, like, bucktail muskie lures or something to go back to St. Croix and catch some, like, freaking massive muskies or something like that. Like, I think that would be a super cool thing. You know, maybe they have increased XP so that you level up a little bit faster and stuff like that. Like, I think that would be cool. I was gonna say, I know I have shiners. Where are my shiners? So I think to catch the unique tigerfish, it's gonna be 6-aught hook, shiners. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. Do you think Call of Duty is pay to... I don't play it. I don't play that. I have no idea. These days. Back in my day, playing Call of Duty was just like... Man. If you could get kills and not die... Like, I had a friend who could get nukes in Modern Warfare 2, and we thought he was the coolest guy. Whenever he, like, got a nuke, and he was like, yeah, I got my 5th nuke the other day. It was pretty cool, I guess. You had the golden desert eagle or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't think about it that much. That was cool. I don't know. Once Call of Duty just became a mess of running around as fast as you can and doing all, it became too sweaty for me. Bi-weekly in-game leaderboard for every fish that gives... That could be a cool idea, Hunter, yeah. That would be a cool little thing to give people to work for, you know? Every single week you try to catch the largest fish or whatever, and then you get a little bonus XP for leading the leaderboard in that specific fish. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I actually have never heard that before. Maybe that's been something going around for for a while, but I've never heard that before, and that's a really cool idea. That reminds me, I play a little card game called Doncaster on my phone, and leading the leaderboard and stuff, and that is a big thing that happens every single week, and that would be a cool thing. Give people something to work towards, you know, no matter the level, you know. Maybe it's just leading the leaderboard at Lone Star Lake, you know. Could be a little competition, even for low-level people. Yeah, absolutely. You're 20 this year, exactly. You act too old for 20. 20th year exists. Oh my gosh, you and Dragout are the same age, eh? See, I remember my tigerfish spot. I remember. Alright. I'm not gonna break for a halftime, but I'm gonna run to the head real quick. Give me a second. You guys watch my rods. Make sure I don't get a bite. Good deal. Let's see. You always use A-dot hooks for Africa tigerfish. I always thought it was 6-aught hooks. Maybe I'm wrong. Google it, but since I'm here, could someone tell me exactly what the DLCs are? Like all of them? No. What do you specifically want to know, Kagizo? And you're still 21. Cat, you'll always be 21 in our boat. Just old enough to have fun. Never older. Just got a trophy yellowfin tuna. Nice. Level 66 with 3 mil. Is that more than enough? For now. There will come a point when you get to like some of the ocean maps where having millions of dollars will not be enough. Like you will need more. You will need more than like 500,000, you know, like half a dozen million. You'll need more than what I have anyway. I have 7,500,000 and I thought, oh, I'll never spend all that. Then I got to the Norway map and I was like, holy crap. Can't even buy a rod combo for this much. That's crazy. Carson, I remember everyone. Don't you remember Carson? You should remember. In a spooky month. Do act too old for your age. Why you fail at getting a girlfriend? Hey, we weren't going to say anything. Maybe you're just looking for a mature girlfriend. Maybe you'll be one of those people that see how well you get along with Kat, and she's turning, oh, she's getting so old, she's turning 25. So I mean, maybe you'll just be one of those 20-year-olds that has a 25-year-old girlfriend. Your Australian version of Kat. Do act at the same time. You're a travel master. Oh, this one's put up a fight. This might be a Goliath Tigerfish. Sometimes that happens when you're on the hunt for a regular African tigerfish. CJ's always traveling. Personal tourism guide pretty much all around the country. I need you to find the best places to go fishing for me. Yep, 40 pounder. Go to our, not the photography, is it outdoor photography now, CJ? What is it? On the Discord, there's a specific page CJ asked for because he wanted to be able to show his travel photos. He's always running around somewhere. Caribou! What's up, me? 27 pounder. Well, we still haven't even got a trophy one yet. Let's see. Whoop, that was a long run. Watching you since you were 8 and you're turning 14? My God. Making me feel old. Well, I've only been making videos for 7 years. You mean you've been watching them for 6 of those? That's too long. That's too, some would say this is too long to be making videos. Now you're making me feel old. The cougar hunter. Yeah. You know, they just added cougars to Way of the Hunter not too long ago. Depends on what type of cougar you want. Make it this time, Cody. I'm glad you can make it too. I think I've got plans on. I don't want to fish with you anymore. Oh my. Oh my. We're all getting old. You know, for the past year or whatever, leading to my birthday last year, I thought I was 32. For the longest time, I thought I was 30. There, we finally got a trophy African tigerfish. They're prettier than the Goliath tigerfish. I thought I was 32 for so long last year that that my mom actually thought I was turning 33. Up until like weeks coming up to my birthday. And we were talking about it again because she was going to give me candles on my cake. And I finally was like, well, let me just break it down. And I started like counting the years from when I was born all the way up. And just to turn out that I was 31. Turning 32. So for like the majority of last year, I thought I was already 32. And just to find out that I was turning 32. Ah, that's what happens. That's what happens. You're turning 42. Look at that. We're perfectly 10 years apart, man. Almost. We're almost perfectly 10 years apart. I guess we're 1 year off. Not even 1 year off. We're only a few months off. Come to Perth, and I'll take you up north to on the barramundi fishing charter to get some biggins and spot some crocs. That would be cool. That'd be neat. I'd be about that. Soren's from Perth too? Oh my. Got multiple people from Perth or around there who can take us ocean fishing out near Rotten Nest. Yeah, but I'm not a big ocean fishing guy. I fish a lot of freshwater. In fact, my wife always gets sick out on the ocean, so we tend to stay away from the ocean. If I'm going ocean fishing, I have to go by myself, and then I have to find a different camera person because my wife's usually my camera person. Not a single uni. I know. I'm trying. I feel like every time I come to the Congo, I completely forget what I did last time. It's usually like months apart. Rainier's turning 50. That's a big one. Over the hills. Is that what they say? Golly. That's a big one though. Well, congrats. Whenever it comes anyway. Tried to put 1984 when I asked for my birthday, and that's my biological mom's birth year. Oh my. Goodness gracious. 1984. Do I win a prize trophy? I think so. 1984 has got to be pretty close to you, Aries, right? The barramundi chart is definitely up your alley. Okay. Okay, good. Good. I really thought we would catch a tigerfish or two on this bullet spinner, but we haven't managed one. Mandura, where I can take you guys out on my boat to catch some crabs and troll for bluefish. Ooh. Well, as long as it doesn't get too wavy. The wavy's the bad thing. Can't have it too wavy or else we get sick. I don't get sick, but my wife will get sick. Can't have that. One is estuary. Oh. Born in 80. Look at that cat. Born in 84. What's up, Silent Cat? We got a regular cat that plays a regular cat. We got a cat that plays tuba and a silent cat. There you know. Or I guess the majority of cats are silent anyway. Mandra. Yeah, because you have an Australian way of pronouncing things. You spell it Mondura, and then you pronounce it Mondra. Yeah, head on down to Mondra. You have... What's another good one? Sydney's already pretty short. Sydney? Sydney. You got like a... How do you even say that? It's like a British accent, but with, ooh, that's a bigger fish. But it's kind of midway in the mouth there. You can feel your tongue go to the top of your mouth when you do an Australian accent. The cats have taken over the lookout. So, okay, so this is completely random, but I'm going to run it past you guys. So, while we're waiting for bites here, I'm going to cast this out. I have been playing this entire morning. I ran out of prompts. But this entire morning, I have been playing a game called Everweave. It was one of those ads on like Facebook or whatever. Everweave. It's essentially an AI... Oh, out of focus. It's essentially an AI dungeon master for like Dungeons and Dragons. And so it like prompts you with a story script, and then you just answer however you would answer. And then because it's AI, it will adapt the story based off of what you would do. So it's honestly really interesting because you can say whatever you want and it will like adapt the story to work with you. And so like me being me, like I was just like, after I killed the first person, I like got to the village and it was like, you meet the village elder, and it's like, okay, sick. Are there any good fishing spots around? And the elder was like, oh yeah, ice fishing is great this time of year. And I was like, sick. Where's the best person to go ice fishing? And they were like, oh, you want to go meet old Ilara or whatever. And so then like I was sitting out on this frozen lake with old Ilara as we were learning how to ice fish and stuff, and we were catching these frost gills and stuff. It was the most random thing, but I thought it was so funny because like you would expect with this Dungeons and Dragons like game that people would want to go out and do adventures, and I was spending the entire time finding fishing areas in a fantasy world. And so I thought it could make for a fun little video series if I just like basically played a portion of the game and then made it into like little shorts or something like that of like the tales of my fantasy fishing adventurer, essentially going to all these different fantasy lands and catching all these fictional fish. I just thought it was a funny concept anyway. Thought it was hilarious. Trophy Goliath Tigerfish that time. I asked about fishing. Yeah, basically. It was pretty great though. Like, I know like none of you know me in real life, but like I was friends with everyone. You think about how everyone is so gruff and serious in like a fantasy situation in like Game of Thrones or something like that, but like the guards were like giving me high fives and stuff as I was walking outside the gates. Like they all loved me. It was great. I'm gonna teach you and Cat a few things regarding Aussie pronunciation after the stream in our royalty channel. There you go. That's right. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hello, hello. How are ya? Can we catch a unique? There's always a chance, you know? Always a chance. Here, I'll skip forward to the highlight of this day. I always thought it was the morning that you catch the unique, but maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, this song has words. It's true. It's true. Well, it's like one of my like go-to things to say. Because I grew up in a blue-collar family, whenever I like see someone like working a hard job, like I can always like relate to them. And so like whenever I see like, you know, a trash truck guy or something getting my trash or whatever, and I go out and say hi to him and I say, you know, oh, stay warm out there and stuff like that. Like I used that line on a guard in the fantasy game. And they like became my best friend. It was hilarious. And so like I would just say whatever I would usually say in real life, and by the end of it I was friends with everyone. It like the elder of the village let me sleep in his room in the Great Hall. Like I was I was like everyone's best friend after the first night. It was great. After that, you'll be ready to set... I know, yeah. After you give me my private lesson in Australian dialects, I'll pretty much just buy my plane tickets to Australia. I'll be set. So I get that there is a way to get items and experience, but when it comes to the maps, do you keep the maps even if you're a lower level, or are they temporary? So you have the maps from the moment they're released. I guess picture it that way. When a new map comes out in Fishing Planet, you already own it. If you reach the level to go to that map, then you can fish it for free. You don't have to pay any money. But every time they put out a DLC or like an expansion pack or something in Fishing Planet, it's essentially like giving you an opportunity to pay money to go there ahead of time. So you're basically just paying money for a shortcut, essentially. And then afterwards, if you're still not a high enough level to fish there, then you lose access. 'Cause you have to be the high enough level to fish there. You'll still own all of the gear that you had before. If that makes sense. What's all this splashing here about? Perhaps the unis caught are the friends we made along... That's exactly right. That's like the, like what I did with the bull shark video. Hey, we finally got one on a freaking lure. It's gonna be a Goliath Tigerfish, you just know it. Hey, man. DG squared over here sending Drag Yacht answers to his question. Obviously, he's talking about his question of, can we catch a unique in the last 10 minutes? DG squared messaged him, no, he will not catch a unique in the last 10 minutes. He never does. He's bad at this game. He doesn't remember anything. Anyone watch the new season of Game of Thrones? 19-pound tigerfish that put up quite a fight on a 40-pound rod and reel, I'll say. On the swim bait, yeah, exactly. It's surprising. I don't think I've ever... I thought, you know what? I think they'd go for a swim bait. Whee! Look at that rod bend. Goodness gracious. It's about arched as much as it possibly could arch. Carp Colossus be making me go insane. Yeah. I remember you watched our Carp Colossus video though, didn't you? So we caught it twice on that. I play a paladin or a warrior if they did D&D. I don't know. I never played. I usually play as a paladin. Trophy African. That's our second one. This time around though, because I was I don't know. I don't know if you've ever played the Witcher games, but one of my favorite characters from the Witcher games is Letho of Goliath. It was like, when you think of a roguish character, you think of just like an agile, like lightweight dude hopping around, shooting bows and daggers and stuff like that. Letho of Goliath from the Witcher series was like a 6'4", like 240-pound just tank. And then he was also like a stealthy, roguish character. And I just thought that was the most hilarious thing ever. Was that, like, you know, a rogue being able to use his daggers and stuff in close combat was, you know, like an assassin or whatever, but like Letho would absolutely destroy people because he was so dang strong. And I always thought that was such an interesting concept for a rogue. Like, what if you were just a stealthy boulder of a man? You know? So when you actually did get close to someone and you stabbed them with your dagger, you like lifted them off the ground because you were so damn strong. That like concept of a rogue like stuck with me, and I was just like, that's cool, man. It's like less of a stealthy assassin and more of just a badass brawler type person. And so like when I did my little Everweave character, that's what I did. I was like, I'm just gonna be like a stealthy rogue type guy, but like the thing is that when you describe your character to the AI, like you can literally tell them what kind of person you are. So you can say like, oh yeah, I'm short, but I'm a stocky, like broad-shouldered, strong dude, and people will look at me and be like, wow, like that's a muscular guy. And then as the story progresses, it will actually like, it will add in details to the story of like people recognizing that your character is very muscular and stuff like that because you made it part of your biography. I thought that was really cool. Like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff about the Everweave thing that I thought was really cool. Just that it keeps all of this in its head as it's like laying out this story for you. But it's also like laid out in a subscription model. And I ran through 100 messages before 8 o'clock this morning. But when I woke up to 8 o'clock this morning, I ran through 100 messages with the AI. And then after that, you have to like subscribe to a $6 a month subscription for like 300 messages a month. And I was like, man, I went through 100 messages in one morning. There's no way I can possibly deal with only 300 messages a month. So, I don't know. Get them pesky fish. The dendrofin. Pointy dendrotin fish. Can't even say that. Heavy into Final Fantasy 11 online. I wish they remake it and make it at PlayStation. You know, one thing I've been looking at is Crimson Desert, because Crimson Desert has fishing in it, and I thought if it's a brand new game coming out, it could be fun to play a brand new game, but like solely focus on the fishing aspect of it. I thought that could be funny. So maybe Crimson Desert will be close to Final Fantasy. I don't know, Aries. You hear we should have a D&D night. It would be cool. It would be fun to have like a Baldur's Gate, like a co-op Baldur's Gate game or something going on. I saw that fish jump there, but I don't think it's this one. Time's up, Bo. I know. Boy, if this ended up being a unique, we would just luck out, wouldn't we? Oh, so close and yet so far. All right, everyone, this has been fun. I know it's been a night full of rants and random ideas, I guess, that have just gone on forever. But you know what? That's just how it goes. I think it's Crimson Desert anyway. Is that the new one coming out? They have an old one, but they have a new one coming out. Crimson Desert. Release date March 19th of 2026. Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it turns out. But I've been seeing videos for it online, and I've been keeping my eye on it. But I know I had the first one I had the first one in mind for a long time, so I'll have to see how it goes, I guess. Anyway, hope this was fun, everyone. It was so good to have a lot of you in for a long time. Drag Yacht, CJ, Cat Plays Tuba, Aries, you were here for a long time. DG Squared, you were here for a long time too. Boy, we had a lot of people here for a long time. This was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm thankful that you put up with my ranting and meandering speech patterns, I guess. But this was fun. Are you with fishing rod companies? So-so. I don't know. I don't know if I'm super in with everything. I know I'm like, there's some specific things where I know of some rod companies, but I don't know. Join the next stream if I'm available, most likely, unless I have exams. Yeah, well, always good to have you, Drag Out. Feel like I just got governmental named with the full Cat Plays Tuba. Yeah, you're like a celebrity where it's like, oh yeah, no one ever just calls me Brad. They have to call me Brad Pitt every time they see me. They're like, oh, Brad Pitt over here, Brad Pitt. Yo, Brad, you're Cat Plays Tuba. We can't just call you Cat. It's just Cat Plays Tuba. It's like, whoa, yeah. We're out and about in the future, and it's like, yo, Cat Plays Tuba, you want any like appetizers or anything like that? Cat Plays Tuba, you want over here? Like to see a Maroon River stream in the future, but all streams are good streams. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, this whole thing started because someone said they wanted to have a Congo River stream, so yeah, we'll see. Thanks for the live, Silent Cat. Thank you. Thanks for the streams. I always look forward to joining. I'm always glad whenever everyone stops by and says hi. It's been great. Every single week, I look forward to it. It used to be a hassle when it was multiple times a week, but being only once a week, I look forward to it more. And it's always fun to chat with people every week. So, hanging out we are in a few days. Yeah, 2 days, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, see you in a few days. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember, everyone. What is this nonsense? Why does this never work? It barely worked that time. Good grief.